Welcome to this week's Down Home with Tina episode. I am happy to be here and happy to have Amy Eyman, who is coming up. She is going to talk about the Lancaster Board of Education. She is vice president of that. Just details and some updates on the new high school. Very exciting times, I think, for the city schools. Also, I have Christine Simmons. She is the newest United Way of Fairfield County executive director. And she and I, it's kind of funny. You'll have to stick around and see how far she and I go back, because we go back quite a ways. She's such a fun person, and you'll just love her if you've not had the opportunity to meet her next. Also, she and I talk about, I might be doing something that I may need your help, but you'll just have to stick around and find out what that is. I'll be right back. It's Down Home with Tina.
Fairfield County has so many wonderful resources for those in addiction with mental health issues. There's so many great court supports to promote accountability so that there's just a positive change across the board. There's so many great interactions within all the community agencies. The Adam H. Board is wonderful at providing resources for the whole population to be able to make sure that all those barriers are met and that those needs are taken care of.
I like working in Fairfield County because it provides me the opportunity to make positive change where I live. Fairfield County has a great network for veterans to help. It makes me proud that we know we take care of our veterans here.
I'm kind of new to it. I've been here for about a year, but it's interesting because you get a little bit of everything. We're right here smack in between the big city of Columbus and Appalachia. So you get to work with all kinds of people, get to do all kinds of things. But my favorite thing about Fairfield County is the people. They are passionate, they are fun, they are engaged, and it's a great place to work.
Community, connections, collaboration. The Fairfield County Way.
The Frankie Smith Funeral Home and Crematory in Lancaster and the Johnson Smith Funeral Home in Baltimore have a long and wonderful history of serving our community. Feel free to give us a call at 740-653-0652. Stop in and see us at either of our two locations, 405 North Columbus Street in Lancaster and 207 South Main Street in Baltimore. Respect for tradition, regard for change.
Welcome back to Down Home with Tina. I have Amy Eyman with me. A lot of you may know her well. I say that and then I think about that for just a second here because she is with the Lancaster Board of Education. She just told me 16 years. We're going to find out a little bit about that. And then also she's with the Fairfield County Foundation. Yes. And I'd love to hear a little bit of what's going on with that because she also informed me that they've got the busiest time of year is coming up here.
Exactly.
Right around the corner. Amy, welcome to the show.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.
Absolutely. So tell me, if you will, please, the Lancaster Board of Education, what has that been like for you for 16 years now?
Yeah.
And why did you get involved?
I got involved obviously 16 years ago when my kids were still in the school district, just as a way I was always involved in PTO and involved in stuff going on at my kids' school, and someone approached me and said, would you consider running for the Board of Education? And I thought, oh yeah, I can do that for 4 years. Well, 16 years later. So yeah, I'm finishing my 4th term. I'm up for re-election in November. There are 3 of us running for 3 seats. So I'll be on for 4 more years after this year. So,
what kind of time does it take and commitment is it to be on the board?
Yeah, it depends on what's going on in the district. You know, we have a board meeting once a month that we attend, sometimes 2, depending on what's going on. We serve on different committees throughout the district, you know, finance, program. A lot of what happens at the board meeting has already happened in committee meetings, so we're there just really to formalize it. So, yeah, I mean, sometimes it's really busy and, you know, I spend my nights doing school board stuff, but some months it's not, you know. So it's been very fulfilling, and I've been fortunate to be able to do it.
And with that, you said fulfilling. My goodness, how many schools since you've been on have you all new schools?
Yeah, well, when I started, we had 8 elementaries and 2 junior highs and 1 high school. The schools were obviously overcrowded. You know, our newest building was Tarhee, which was, I believe, built in like the 70s.
Wow.
So technology has certainly changed. Some rooms had 1 outlet to accommodate a teacher, you know, using laptops or iPads.
Wow.
Intercoms that, you know, at the high school can't even get parts to fix them anymore. So it was time. Our students, our staff, our community deserve the kind of schools that you're seeing in other communities. So we started out with elementaries, built 5 new elementaries. Then we were fortunate enough to be able to build 2 junior highs without going back to the voters. And then we went back to the voters to build a new high school, which if you drive out Granville Pike or 37 right now, you'll see the new high school being built, and that's a huge project. So
what is the end and ready for them to students to walk in the door?
yeah, so August of 2026, so the 26-27 school year, we'll open the building to the students. And we're really excited, especially after the hot September we had. You know, we had to cancel school at the high school a couple of days because there's no air conditioning. And some of the rooms, you know, over 100 degrees in the afternoons. And that's just, I know a lot of people complained and said, well, I went to school in unair-conditioned buildings, but we're also used to air conditioning now, whereas maybe in the 60s and 70s, not as many homes were air conditioned, but now it's the norm. So we had to close school a couple of days. But yeah, so August 2026, we're really excited. We'll start abatement of the old building in June of 2026. So once the school year is finished in May of 2026, we'll start abatement of the old high school to tear it down. And then the new high school will open in August, because where the old high school is currently is where the parking lot will be. So
so that would be.
We need that.
We need that space, absolutely.
Yeah, so we're excited. It's exciting for our community, and I'm really anxious. You know, there's lots of drawings and pictures, and we're really anxious for people to get to see it, but it's coming along. I mean, there's walls. What they're doing right now is trying to get everything done that they can, so that when it gets cold, they can work inside. So,
nice. Well, yeah, that makes sense.
So they're trying to make sure, you know, that there's walls and ceilings, and so all the inside work can be done during the cold months.
Amy, where is the best place for folks, other than watching the show from time to time, to continue to see the progress of the school being built?
They do a weekly update on Facebook. If you go to Lancaster City Schools or Lancaster High School's Facebook page, there's a weekly update with pictures of, okay, this is what happened last week, or this is what you'll see in the coming weeks, coming months. So, and on the website, I believe they try to keep that updated, but really for real-time updates, go to Facebook.
Absolutely. Wonderful. Now with that, we're going to move over to something else you do, because you're such a busy gal. The Executive Director of the Fairfield County Foundation.
My real job.
Yes. Exactly. So share with folks, some are familiar and they know, but for those who may not, a little bit about Fairfield County Foundation.
Right. So the foundation, next April, will celebrate our 35th year serving Fairfield County. We are a community foundation. Most counties throughout the state of Ohio have a community foundation. We serve a geographic area of Fairfield County. We do have some donors outside of the county, but the majority of our donors are Fairfield County. We serve the nonprofits in our community through grant making, and then we work with the high schools and the students in Fairfield County, or past students, for scholarship funds. So we work with donors and helping them meet their philanthropic goals by awarding grants to nonprofits or scholarships, and then we work with the nonprofits and the students. So we do both sides of the giving.
People who are interested in wanting to come to you to help for those, filtering those funds to students and things like that, how would somebody do that? Right,
so they can call our office at the foundation. We're there Monday through Friday, 9 to 4. Our number is 740-654-8451. We do have a Facebook page. We have a website, fairfieldcountyfoundation.org. and they can reach out. And whether they're a nonprofit, whether they're someone that has a student or a grandparent that has a grandchild going to college, they can reach out. Or if someone's interested in talking about how we can help them meet their philanthropic goals, then we're thrilled to talk to them about
all right.
it.
Because I think, and correct me please if I'm wrong, if you have a nonprofit and you want to be able to, because I know years ago, they would send and donate money through you all, and it would go to that.
Right, yeah. A lot of nonprofits in the community, like United Way, the Lancaster Festival, we were just talking about Salvation Army, Maywood Mission, they all have funds. Some have operating funds, some have operating and endowment funds. So people can also make gifts to the nonprofits through the foundation.
Okay, that's what it said that way. It's kind of, it's a bad word to use as filter.
Well,
Or
you know,
really
a lot
filter,
of
it's just another process.
Yeah, a lot of nonprofits have where just people will make donations for daily operating. If you want to help the Humane Society with, you know, adoption fees or spay and neuter clinics, they'll donate directly to the nonprofit. But a lot of the nonprofits have endowment funds where that's a collection of a larger amount of money. So say the air conditioning goes out at the Humane Society or at the Y and they need to replace it. Those are big ticket items. So those endowment funds will help the nonprofits in the long run. So we work, like I said, we work on both sides. We help them collect funds to benefit them, and then we also give dollars for grants.
Very nice, very nice. You said that coming up here, October, November, December, are your busiest times of year. What does that mean?
Yeah, so it is a really busy time for us. October, you know, we're working on grants. Usually our scholarship application opens December 1st. It will open this year. It's going to be a little different this year because the FAFSA, which is a federal aid form that you have to fill out for financial aid, they're changing all of that. So our program officers will be in all the high schools working with the guidance counselors to help families complete the new FAFSA. So we'll be busy with grants and scholarships, plus year-end giving. As much as we don't like to think we wait till the last minute to do stuff, a lot of people do wait till October, November, December to make year-end gifts or to make their charitable gifts. So we're pretty busy. People always say, are you guys open between Christmas and New Year's? Absolutely. People are trying to make those donations before the end of the year. So we're really busy. Plus we have a big giving event right after Thanksgiving. Nationally, the Tuesday after Thanksgiving is called Giving Tuesday, and that's a national campaign that goes on throughout the country. We hold a give each year. It's the 34-hour give this year, and we'll be giving away $34,000. So any organization or individual fund that has a fund at the foundation, any gift that they get during that 34 hours on that Tuesday, Giving Tuesday, and the Wednesday, we will match based on what percent of the gifts that come in that day your fund gets. You get that percent of the $34,000.
So how are they promoting that and getting it? Do they individually contact their folks and say, hey, give this day because this is what we get?
The nonprofits
and match that nonprofit does.
Yeah, so our donor service officer, Sarah Stoughton, works with the nonprofits that have funds with us on a toolkit to say, here are some of the messages you should be sending your donors to get them to donate during Giving Tuesday and to give, so that they can get more donations.
So the folks who are watching should be watching out for that.
Right.
Just as well as the folks who like to give or are planning on giving, maybe would be very awesome if they could do it before the week of the last week of the year.
Right. Yeah.
These are friendly reminders. Right. Is really what
if
they
you're
are.
affiliated
Just to be
with
ready.
a nonprofit or you usually give to a nonprofit, check with them and see if they're participating in our give, because it'll give them more funds.
And if you have a favorite nonprofit and you want to get monetary funds from friends and family, you can reach out and say, hey, I want you to give to my favorite nonprofit. They're going to get on this, and then on Giving Tuesday, it'll match. I mean, it would be a win-win-win-win-win.
Yeah. So Giving Tuesday after Thanksgiving.
The Tuesday after Thanksgiving. Yeah. Anything else before we go? How can folks follow you all?
They can go to our Facebook page. We put a lot of stuff out on our Facebook page. We do have a website, fairfieldcountyfoundation.org.
Wonderful.
come see us at our office in downtown Lancaster. So.
Wonderful. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much for having me.
It's a treat to have you, Amy. Folks, thank you so much, but don't go anywhere because I'll be right back. I've got another guest coming up next. It's Down Home with Tina.
Dagger Law has more than 110 years of experience in nearly every aspect of the law. When we're not just helping clients, we're helping the community. You'll see us at festivals, sporting events, and around town because we live and work here too. We are your neighbors, and we want to help you when you need it. When we help each other, we're stronger. Our community is stronger. Creating a strong, vibrant, healthy, and safe community is everyone's responsibility, and we take the responsibility seriously. We are local, we are trusted, we are experienced.
Welcome back to Down Home with Tina. I have Christine Simmons with me. She is the newest executive director, very new within the last month, I think, with United Way of Fairfield County. My goodness, Christine, why did you decide to do something like this? I know I'm jumping right into it, and I was going to bring something else up, and we'll get to that.
Yeah, 26 years in banking, and then why did I make this big jump? It's easy, a passion.
Really?
I've been involved with United Way for over 6 years as a board member, and long before that as a fair share giver, and I know the good work. I've been on both sides of United Way, so this was an easy decision.
Oh, that's really cool that you just knew that it's what you wanted to do. So what has it been like so far for you, knowing so much already? And let me start off with that too. Somebody that is looking to ever want to be a part of and work and be employed anywhere, not just there, do you recommend to go be a volunteer and then join a board and then decide if it's what you want?
100%. If you are looking to make the jump into nonprofit, definitely start out by joining a board, volunteer, and that's pretty much how I got my start.
Yeah, and then you just fell in love, and that was all there was
Absolutely.
to it.
I just know the good work they're doing.
What is the favorite thing about United Way?
I think my favorite thing is seeing all the different agencies in Fairfield County that we're helping do really important good work and helping so many people. And my favorite thing is it's just not low income or the needy. It's everyone in Fairfield County is possibly touched by one of our agencies that we help.
Okay, how many different agencies?
We are currently partnering with 30 agencies and programs in Fairfield County.
Wow, wow,
Yes.
and growing? Are there
Growing, absolutely. We're always looking for new nonprofits that, fit into our mission. We have 3 councils that deal with education, health, and income. So if you're a nonprofit that are fulfilling some of those needs in Fairfield County, definitely.
What exactly is it that when somebody may need something, is it that you do at United Way? Okay,
so those partner programs that we work with actually go through like an allocation process, and so we actually are funding different programs that they're offering out into the community. So for example, Maywood Mission, we help with their daycare.
Okay.
The YMCA, some of their daycare programs, foundation dinners, foundation shelters.
When it comes to things like maybe they aren't quite able to meet where they need to be, is that where the United Way comes in to meet that?
Absolutely.
Okay, that's what
they come to us. They come to us. It's a grant process. They bring us their information, what they plan to do, how much money, and we have a load of community leaders that work on those councils. So this just isn't myself and my staff and my board making these decisions. We have community leaders that help us.
And you keep them, you're able to help them to keep going.
Absolutely.
Because you said partners. I am a member of the local Y, and I remember the pandemic hit them.
Oh yeah.
And I would go in and barely anybody would be there, and I would ask the executive director at that time, and I would say, how are things going? And that's me. I'm like, when I say, how are things going? Is because like, okay, I'm going to go pray about it. Because
Right.
I didn't want to see an organization like that or nonprofit like that fall under, but that's where the United Way comes into, where they can help them if needed in those situations, like that situation.
Absolutely. I like to see we see a need and we help fix it.
Nice, very cool. So what are some of the things that you have coming up? Pretty big thing that's going on right now, right?
Absolutely. Well, in September, we did have our campaign kickoff. So from September to the end of December is campaign time for us. So we have a big goal this year of 1.5 million.
What does you mean when you say a campaign kickoff? I mean, I get it that you've got the goal. What is it that you are doing during that time?
So that is when we hit the ground running, raising that 1.5 million. We are out into the businesses of Fairfield County and organizations, running campaigns in local businesses, promoting our fair share, just drumming up donations.
What is fair share? What's that mean?
Fair share is where employers can offer campaigns in their businesses and organizations, and we ask employee to give 1 month, an hour a month of their pay, and that's not even. We're open to $1, anything that you can give us. So fair share is traditionally what we always promoted, but this year we'll take your donations other ways too.
You will. So fair share through, and your employer has to be go through you in order for that to happen. I mean, other than you just said you'll take it directly. So if somebody's employer doesn't, and somebody walks in and says, I'd like to give 1 hour of my pay, I get it. It might be $15. You're still going to take that.
Absolutely, absolutely.
Okay.
Yes. Yeah, and we have some employers that don't necessarily offer payroll deduction, because we are asking something of that department, but they still let us come in and do the campaign, and we do direct billing if we have to. We have lots of different options for you to get your donation to us.
Okay.
Yeah, so there's other avenues, but yep, they're fair share givers.
And so how long would this be going on for you?
Till the end of December.
Till the end of December.
Yep.
Okay. And then what else do you guys do throughout the year? Because I know that's huge. And
that's
big,
huge.
September
so
to December, but
that's primarily when we do a lot of our fundraising.
Okay.
So in November we have our annual 5K. This year it's November 11th, Veterans Day. And that's always a big event out at the fairgrounds.
Okay.
So that helps us with raising funds. That's a part of our campaign. And then Polar Plunge. Now it's a little past that December deadline, but we kind of sneak that in January. If you're familiar with the Buckeye Lakes Winterfest, it's a weekend thing, and we have teamed up with other area United Ways, and we do the Polar Plunge at Buckeye Lake Winery.
So what does that mean? Like when you say the people donate and you get people to donate money for
registration,
you to do this?
yeah, they register to jump.
They register and I pay to jump.
You pay to jump in icy Buckeye Lake
That's
in
capital
January.
C crazy to me.
Oh, I think every year we're always looking for celebrity jumpers. Yeah, just an idea. It's for a good cause, Tina.
So people could donate money for me to jump in the water.
You could help us raise funds that way, yeah.
Compete against. Where's Bob?
Yeah,
Would Bob do that?
I think that.
I would like a friendly competition with somebody.
Yeah, we had some friendly competition last year.
You did?
And they did raise a good amount of money. So, and I, as the board president, I did jump.
You did?
I did.
If I can make a certain amount of money, I would we'll just make people not make people. Oh my gosh, that sounded so bad. It would be really nice for people to do that, and I would jump. I would jump for people to give.
There's all kinds of things going on that day.
What do you wear when you jump in there?
I wore a bear costume. We've had teams show up with costumes and they go all out, elaborate. Yeah.
Buckeye Lake. What would I want to?
I don't know. I think we're onto something here.
I think it would really be funny if I did.
You might regret inviting me now.
My brain is just kind of like,
It is such a fun-filled day.
Yeah. Okay, and what date's that? That's
It
in
is
January.
the last Sunday in January.
Last Sunday in January. Okay, I've got to mark my calendar. That sounds like a lot of
Yes.
fun. Okay, so
It's such an
really-
exciting event.
Yes,
So even
that
if you
sounds
don't
like
jump,
a neat-
come up, have some food, have some wine, and just see the excitement all around United Way.
I wonder who else I could get to do it with me.
I love
Not
this.
like, yeah, that was, okay, so we got to move on. So that, and then, so how can folks follow everything that you're doing and how the campaign is going and how the money is being raised? You usually put something outside, I believe, in front of the building.
Absolutely,
Yes,
yeah.
you
You'll
do
see
that
our
big.
sign going up really soon downtown at the Fountain Square, and it will keep track
Yes.
of what we're earning, and you'll get updates on that.
Okay, so folks, do something if you can. And Facebook, probably,
Absolutely.
I'm sure.
Follow us
and
on Facebook. Go to our
website.
website.
Okay.
There's tons of ways to donate, and
Okay.
don't forget volunteering. We always take volunteers. too.
Absolute. That is important, especially on Veterans Day when you've probably got your 5K. Always look for that, and don't forget to register for that. When's deadline for the registration? Or can you do the
I'm
day
not
of?
sure.
Okay.
But
okay. Just pay attention
I think
to the
you can
Facebook.
register all the way up to that day.
Okay. Awesome. Wonderful. Okay. Anything else?
No, I think we're good. Please
FYI.
donate.
Yes, please donate. But I do have to tell you all, I have known Christine since 1992 when we worked at the mall, when there were a lot of stores, things. It was kind of like the prime time of the mall.
It was the place to
And,
work.
Yeah, you could even get your film developed there at that time. I know. I know. Film? What's film? That nasty word. FILM word. Film. Anyway, thank you, Christine.
Thank you.
Folks, I will be right back. It's Downhill with Tina.
There was an old woman who lived in a shoe. She had so many children she didn't know what to do. She gave them some broth without any bread and kissed them all soundly and put them to bed. Hunger is a story we can end. End it at feedingamerica.org.
Downhill with Tina is brought to you by these wonderful sponsors. Downhill with Tina can be watched on social media, which is on Facebook, Downhill with Tina Facebook page, or it can be on CLN, Your Hometown Connection. They have their playlist I think you go into, and you can watch all now 201 episodes if you want. I mean, that's a lot of Tina, you guys. So I don't know if you can do all of that, you know, like what do they call it, in a row kind of thing. I don't know. But yes, binge watch Downhill with Tina. I don't think you can do that. Anyways, so my positive quote is sometimes if you make a change, because a lot of people don't like change, change really can be a beautiful thing. Now, I don't suggest you just make a drastic change and it just makes everything go, you know, fly and it's like kind of crazy. What I suggest is that if you would like to make some sort of change in your life, do it with, stop and think about it, you know. However, change can be a good thing. I'm making some changes in my own life that I'm very excited about. And I think that as long as it helps you as a person and you feel it's the right thing to do, don't be afraid to at least try it, because you never know unless you try it. And that goes way back with me many, many, many moons ago when I'm talking to my students and other kids or people, and I tell them, don't be afraid to find people that you know that are positive people that can be great mentors in your life that will help you to stay on the right track of being positive or any of that, or helping you to get where you want to be. I knew I wanted to be on TV one day many, many moons ago, but did I ever really think that it would happen? Nope, but I did just continue to have faith and hope and courage. And then one day I said, you know what, I want to make this change, and here I am. All these episodes later, we're going to move on from that. I just wanted to just let you know, believe in yourself. Don't ever give up. Have hope. It's a great thing to have. Folks, thanks for watching this week's episode of Downhill with Tina. God bless and good day.